Okay, welcome back. It's time for another penny hut. I've got 20 pennies here I'm going to look through, but I want to do something different starting with this video. Okay, if you watched my last penny video where I looked at the wheat cent tube I got and showed off my new penny album I had picked up, said I was going to use these for my penny hut videos. I'll put a link in the top corner for it, to my last video. But I'm gonna put a few rules on myself for these, for my penny huts. First off, I'm only gonna fill in pennies that I find in the penny roll huts into these. That way, because I could just go and buy a bunch of pennies and just fill in everywhere. I don't want to do that. I want to try to do it with the penny roll huts. Also, any penny holes that I have in my personal album, I'm going to fill those first with the pennies I find. I mean, that's the whole reason I'm hunting pennies. But yeah, I'm gonna fill these in, and anything I upgrade, I'll move over the ones that I pull out over to these from those penny roll hunts. So a few of the holes from the older stuff will go to my my nice album first. And the other thing, for the first few videos, probably about the first 4 videos, I'm going to be very strict on how nice and shiny the pennies are from, say, let's do 1980 on. Maybe I'll do 82, just, where the zinc's. I'll figure that out. But somewhere around 1980 and on, I'm going to hold off on filling those holes with any pennies I find. Just going to do the nice new pennies. Going to try to find the nicest red pennies I can. But for the older ones, I'll fill those in with the nicest pennies I find, and as I go through, I'll upgrade as see fit. After about the first 4 videos, I'll just start plugging in the holes for these with what I find. So yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, I'm on the first roll, and I've hit a Canadian wheat penny from 1988. It's still pretty red. That's nice. That's a nice red penny. Okay, so I was looking at this 2015. That looks like a pretty gnarly scratch on the front. But I was looking at it, there's no metal pushed out of the way. It's all indented. So I think that might be a strike through. I've looked at it under the loupe, and it's just a nice, even depressed in thing. Some of the surface is cracked and muddled along the edges, but it looks like it was struck through something. It goes up a little on the rim, and the rim is depressed, and the whole thing is depressed. There's no extra metal poking out. I don't know if I can zoom in on that very well, but yeah, that is interesting. And you can see right there, it kind of looks like there's metal scratches, but that's all pressed, that's all inside. That's where the edge is kind of cracked, and where whatever that is pressed into the penny. So yeah, I'll take that. That is definitely a find, in my opinion. I will have to triple check that to make sure, but right now that looks like a strike through, and a pretty nice one at that. All right, and on roll number 4, and I've got my first wheat ears here. So let's see what wheat penny this is. Oh, it's a 1953 out of Denver. Okay, that's awesome. That's the first wheat penny. We keep looking to see what else we get. Okay, I just jumped out roll number 9. And I noticed while pulling out the roll, I have a wheat cent sticking out back here. So let's flip it over and see. That's a 1950 out of Denver. Excellent. That's my second wheat penny find, second from the 50s. Let me keep looking and see if I see anything else. Okay, I am on roll number 12. I have found a Canadian 1976. So that's my second Canadian. Excellent. All right, so wrapping up after going through all the pennies, I got the 2 wheat cents, a 50 and a 53, both out of Denver. Got this 2015 that I am 90% sure is a strike through. It's some kind of string or something got in there and got struck through. Otherwise, I did get 2 2009s. They are in pretty rough shape. And I did get the 2 Canadians. I'll bring them back in just a second and show you what I got in the albums. Okay, so here's what I got. So this first Lincoln Penny album, empty. Did not get any of those. Here's our 2 wheat cents, 50D and the 53. Did get some 60s that fit in, and then '60s through '70s, and a couple a little nicer. The 72 is really nice. But some of those are a little raggedy. And then here's what I got: 70s through the 80s. Missing some holes. I did have some of these, but I was a little restrictive, as I had said, with the with which pennies I was going to put in here. So those are the better ones. And then the last album. These are the ones I got. I could have filled most of this, but it was a lot of these that I could have filled in were really just crummy pennies, and you know, holding off on the filling the holes in the newer ones. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share, and let me know how I'm doing. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.